everyone. John Scovola here, independent business owner, distributor for Prive International and the amazing Iteracare physiotherapy advice that empowers the body to self-heal. Welcome, Happy New Year. It is January 3rd, 2023, and welcome to our Iteracare Tech Tuesday. We're doing these every Tuesday night at this time to present the technologies of the Iteracare device. And on Thursday nights, we have a different type of presentation for people that are interested in sharing these and a possible business opportunity. But this program tonight is specifically and entirely about the technologies. The format for tonight is a webinar format, and at the bottom of your screen, there's a question and answers section that you can enter questions that we will address at the end of this presentation. Everyone is muted, and I have an associate who happens to be my son, Corey Ike, who is going to be helping me tech the call here tonight and fielding me the questions that you might have. This call is being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube probably later this evening, and you can go to YouTube and look up my name, John Scovola, Scevola, and find the recording here. So we're going to be talking about the Iteracare and Prive International. Let me share my PowerPoint with you. And the Iteracare is known as the world's #1 physiotherapy device. It incorporates 3 core technologies: terahertz frequency technology, quantum technology, and optical quartz light technology. And we'll be discussing these in some depth this evening. But first, I need to address the company's disclaimer. And that's the Iteracare device is a certified household electrical equipment. It has been certified as safe to use. It emits no harmful radiation, and it has labels allowing for its distribution internationally. The Iteracare blower is not a medical equipment, and the manufacturer provides no medical advice. Users understand that the device is not intended to be used as a medical device or for diagnostic purposes on which reliance should be placed. Its use is not intended to be relied upon in lieu of medical treatment or advice by a trained medical care provider. Users understand that they use the Iteracare blower at their own risk. Always consult your doctor or other healthcare professional with any questions regarding any medical condition or for specific guidance regarding the optimal use of the Iteracare blower, nutrition, or physical activity. So this call will be about the technologies, about how the Iteracare does empower the body to self-heal, but we will not address any medical questions because it's not a medical device, and you need to follow the instructions here on the disclaimer if you have questions in that area. A while back, Arthur C. Clarke, the famous science fiction writer, wrote, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." And many around the world call the Iteracare a magic wand. They don't like calling it a hot air blower. They don't like calling it a physiotherapy device. They like calling it a magical wand because they have magical type experiences with it. But people use the word magic because they don't, in terms of technologies, because they don't quite understand how it works. Many of the things that are used in today's world in the medical community, such as lasers, ultrasound, red lights, blue lights, and so forth. Not too long ago, these were considered science fiction, and then perhaps 100, 150, 200 years ago, they were considered witchcraft. TVs, cell phones, these are all things that would be considered magic not too long ago in our history. But today, many of us use them. They're ubiquitous in our culture, and yet many of us do not actually know how they work. And so, cell phones and TVs and so forth can appear magical, but they are grounded in technology. A lot of what we're going to be talking about tonight is what I mentioned earlier, that the Iteracare empowers the body to self-heal. So we're going to talk a lot about what that means. What is self-healing? And your body's ability to heal, to self-heal, is greater than anyone has ever permitted you to believe. The placebo effect proves scientifically that our minds can affect our physical bodies, our health, our rejuvenation, discomforts, and so forth. About 2,500 years ago, the father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, said that the natural healing force within each of us is the greatest force in getting well. Barbara Brennan wrote, "The body is a self-healing organism, so it's really about clearing things out of the way so the body can heal itself." Norman Cousins wrote, "The greatest force in the human body, the natural drive of the body to heal itself. That force is not independent of the belief system. Everything begins with belief. What we believe is the most powerful option of all." Albert Einstein wrote, "Future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies." Nikola Tesla wrote, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." And we're going to talk a fair amount about these topics because this is how the Iteracare works. It works in the realms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And it's not the future. The future is here and now. First, we want to talk about this concept of vibration. Albert Einstein once wrote that everything in life is vibration. Everything in life is vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. At the most fundamental level, the universe and everything which comprises it is pure vibratory energy, manifesting itself in different ways. The universe has no solidity as such. Matter is merely energy in a state of vibration. To illustrate this, I really like to use this concept of an ice cube. Here's something solid. And it appears solid because the molecules and the atoms are all vibrating at a certain rate. But when we heat up this ice cube, that heating process speeds up the vibration of the molecules and atoms. And suddenly, it transforms into water. The same H2O, same atoms, just vibrating at a much higher rate. And if we continue to heat that water, increasing the speed of the vibratory rate, it transforms into steam and becomes invisible. So here's something solid and something invisible, and the only difference is the rate of vibration of the elements that comprise it. And so this illustrates what those previous quotes talked about. The reality is that every single thing in your world, your physical body, the desk you're sitting in front of, your chair you're sitting on, your car, even your thoughts and emotions, everything in this world vibrates and has a frequency to it. And if you change that frequency, speeding up or lowering, it changes its form. And quantum physicists are now bringing out that this is the reality. And they're saying that what you think is reality and what we've all accepted as reality is not real. It's not as solid as you think. Then there's another concept called resonance, how these different elements, atoms, and so forth, interact together and can resonate, and what that can mean. So I'd like to use this little example here. And what this is exhibiting is this tuning fork is the same frequency as this tuning fork. And when this one was struck, sound waves resonated with this one, and this one started to vibrate and impact on the ping pong ball. And when later on in the discussion, we're going to show you how the Iteracare emits frequencies that are like master frequencies that your whole body, every single cell in your body resonate with, and start vibrating at a higher rate and start optimizing and tuning up and becoming healthier. The world's #1 physiotherapy device that empowers the body to self-heal. So the first part of the technologies has to do with something called terahertz. And terahertz is part of the electromagnetic band of frequencies here. And at the far left here, we're into microwave frequencies at a certain rate. And then beyond that, on the right, we move into the visible, the infrared, far infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays, and so forth. And this waveband section here, that's really known as the terahertz gap, from 2 to 17 terahertz, was discovered about 40 years ago by NASA. And all the major governments have known about this. They've been fascinated for decades with the terahertz gap waves because they can penetrate the body, a human body, an animal's body, 8 to 12 inches without harming the body because they're non-ionizing. And the only thing that really stops them is metal and water. And so in today's world, over the last number of decades, there's been development in using this in many different industries, and I'll show you that in the next slide. Certainly in airports and the dental industry and so forth, for scanning without harming the body, like X-rays and an ultraviolet can hurt the body. However, there's a side effect of the terahertz waves. When they penetrate a human and animal body, they increase the vibration of all the cells, and the cells start self-healing. They start optimizing, they start balancing, they start becoming all that they should be as far as nature has created them. But no one has talked about this until about 9 years ago. They've been fascinated with using this in airports and so forth, but no one's wanted to talk about the side effect and that people were getting healthier when they were exposed to scaled down terahertz waves that the Iteracare now can produce. And as I mentioned, the terahertz gap frequencies are used now in satellites. There's work using them in 6G so that they'll be much more powerful for communication, but without harming humans. They're used in airport security, medical detection, and so forth, and in many, many other types of industries. In 2004, the US government named terahertz technology as one of the top 10 technologies that will change the future world. Governments, scientists have called the terahertz waves wave of life, the light of life, and God's waveband. They're safe, non-ionizing frequencies, and they, like I said, have been used widely in medical, aviation, drinking water, and other life fields. So about in 2014, which is about 9 years ago, this medical scientist, Chinese medical scientist, successfully invented the first terahertz device that powered down the terahertz gap frequencies and enabled them to be shown into a human body. This particular device cost almost $500,000. And over the last 9 years, they have, the Chinese Beijing Institute of Science and Technology has done over 60 human trials, certified these devices for safety with no radiation, endangerment, and created a device that now costs as little as $350 US to buy here in the United States shipped, and incorporates 3 core technologies. It incorporates the terahertz technology, which resonates with our cells, activating the healthy cells and activating dormant cells, your stem cells, which can travel through your body to help in the self-healing process. The higher vibration and heat that's caused by that within the body also can help eliminate unhealthy and free radical cells in this process. The second technology is called quantum scalar technology. And quantum scalar energy can energize our cells, increase energy fields, and goes very deeply through your whole bioenergetic being, down into your emotional, even down into your subconscious, and can help with things called like the law of attraction. This can be actually an accelerator for manifesting things in your world. We will have a whole separate quantum scalar energy type Zoom call starting this month, because it's hours and hours of discussion with wonderful types of results that people are having with this. The optical quartz is a key component of how the actual terahertz waves are created, and that's in the front part of each of the devices. And there's 3 models: the classic, the premium model, and then the pro model. And there's a tubing in here that is comprised of optical quartz and over 100 trace minerals. And this is patented. It actually costs over $100 just for one of the tubes in the classic device. And and I'll show you in the next slide. This is where the magic happens in terms of terahertz waves being created. So this revolutionary device has passed strict tests for safety, efficacy, electronic conformity, and human clinical reports. Over 62 clinical trials in China, and we have access to all these reports. In particular importance is the safety inspections and the radioactive inspections, so that it's not producing radio EMF types of results here. It doesn't do that. And the manufacturer of the Iteracare is a company called Deshang in China, and they awarded Prife International the exclusive rights to market this product throughout the world. This is particularly important because we're seeing a lot of knockoffs coming out, counterfeit devices, paradoxically out of China, and many of them look exactly like an Iteracare, but they don't say Prife or Iteracare on the devices. They are not the patented device. They don't have all the clinical studies. They do not produce the terahertz like these devices do in the quantum scalar. They do not have the optical quartz tube that these devices have. They use little what they call terahertz chips in there that you can actually buy on Amazon for $1 per chip, and they use 2 of those. So these are not the devices, and many of them are dangerous because they're not compliant with the U.S. regulations for the wiring and so forth. So you want to make sure that if you're interested in one of these products that you get an authentic Iteracare from Private International. So let's talk a little bit more about how the magic happens, why people are calling this a magic wand. The Iteracare puts out two types of heat, a radiant heat, which, and it sounds like a hot air blower, and it pushes out a radiant heat, which is therapeutic, and you could use this to your comfort level, depending on whether you're doing your work on your face or anywhere else in your body. It can penetrate fairly deeply into the body, warming up muscles and so forth. But part of the real magic of this device is it also produces far infrared. And when that interacts with the optical quartz tubing, it creates the terahertz waves, which are pushed out and they can penetrate your body 8 to 12 inches. The effect is something I liken to an orchestra leader. The terahertz frequencies are like the universe's master frequencies. They've always been there. Now we've captured it in this device. And when your body's cells hear it and see it, they start tuning up. And this is a process that's called entrainment, because the terahertz frequencies are not the frequencies that most people know about, like the Rife frequencies or the solfeggio frequencies and so forth, that are in the lower hertz range. Terahertz are in the trillions of vibrations, okay? But they are the universe's master frequencies. And when your cells are exposed to them, they start vibrating, and in millions of vibrations. And the heat that's created by that can eliminate so many things that are in our body that shouldn't be there. And your cells, like I say, start balancing, they start tuning up. And so you can almost imagine that your whole body, all its trillions and trillions, 20, 30 trillions of cells are all like individual instruments that are vibrating at different frequencies. And the master frequencies of terahertz allow them all to tune up. And it's a wonderful experience when they start doing that, because now you're empowering your body to truly self-heal and to get back to where it should be, get back to being healthy. Because there are so many things in our world, bad diet, stress, radiation, emotional stress, acidity, toxicity, and so forth, that reduce the voltage in our cells, that reduce their capacities, and consequently we have all sorts of issues that are not happy to experience in the physical body.
Iteracare device has the ability to awaken dormant stem cells in the bone marrow. Yes, we have sleeping stem cells in our bone marrows. As you keep blowing this on your spine, you're activating these stem cells. And guess what? You're going to create brand new lungs, brand new kidneys. Eventually, as you keep using this over time, you will have brand new organs, glands, and tissues in your bodies.
That sounds good to me. The second core technology is something called quantum scalar technology. And as the terahertz waves travel out linearly out from the Iteracare device, the quantum scalar is different, and it carries outward waves from the device in a field, creates a quantum field around you, and penetrates from within out, helping to balance yourself. It actually helps to balance your emotions, your thoughts, and your subconscious, and you get happier. This is another side effect of the Iteracare, is you get happier when you use it. But like I said, this whole area is a wonderful, wonderful area to discuss and explore. But we need a whole another call here to do that, and we'll be starting that up here with the next couple of weeks here in January. So what are the effects of empowering your body to self-heal and having your body become enlivened, having your cells vibrate at these higher rates? The terahertz frequencies resonate and they activate these healthy cells. And unhealthy, abnormal, and bad cells are absorbed and eliminated. Terahertz frequencies absorb and activate cells and activate the stem cells, like we talked about in that last slide. They increase your self-healing ability. They induce and strengthen DNA and resonate with our cells. They unblock meridians, energy meridians within your body, stimulating acupuncture points. I'm actually starting to call some of the modalities here acu-terahertz, because it's an amazing way to stimulate acupuncture points in various areas in your body without having to use needles or all sorts of techniques. It works amazingly quickly to do these things, to purify the blood and increase your metabolism. And because it can penetrate all the way down into your bone marrow, it can dilate blood vessels, reducing blood flow resistance and viscosity. It can help to regulate support endocrine glands, protecting our organs. It can clear unhealthy body moisture and fats, balancing the body's immunity system. And it can help cleanse blood impurities, cleansing the inner body, promoting blood circulation and removing clots, softening blood vessels and lumps. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Well, if you explore on the internet, on YouTube, you're going to see hundreds of testimonies from around the world of people using the Iteracare to empower their bodies to self-heal and having amazing results. In September this last year, we had a sort of a mini convention for PRIFE International in Las Vegas. I attended that. I was actually a guest speaker talking about the technology on the stage. And all through the 3 days of the convention, we had people literally begging us to get on stage and give us their testimonies. Here are just a couple of them, but there are amazing amount of people experiencing the self-healing empowerment and want to tell their stories.
Company, I've been using my one, and I've been healthy since. So I recommend everybody has digestion problems to try it. So it's the best thing you guys can do. Thank you.
And I randomly blew on it thinking it would go away. Then I got serious about it because I was tired of dealing with it. So I blew it for 4 minutes every day for 10 days and it's gone. So that's it.
I did not get any what they call REM sleep or deep sleep. And I would only get like an hour of sleep a night. Since using the wand, I sleep through the night and it's deep sleep. And I am so grateful, so grateful.
Wow. I have a knee that was, I thought, headed to replacement. So the discomfort in my knee, I would push up from every place I was sitting. First night and next day, I stood up without having to push off. Now I walk around my house and randomly sit down and stand up because I can.
That are getting inflammation reduction and the depression. It's almost like I turned back the clock about 30 to 40 years, William.
Company,
One thing I haven't talked about a lot yet is that animals love the Iteracare. We're talking about dogs, cats, parrots, parakeets, tropical fish, horses. Here's a little testimony we just got in about a week or so ago. There is a problem here, though, in that we do warn you that your cats and your dogs will not leave you alone once you start using the Iteracare on them. They love it. They will come running and jump in your lap as soon as they hear it turn on, and they go, I need my session. The other thing, as I warn you, is that your wife or your girlfriend will never let you use the Iteracare once they get a hold of it. So you need to buy 2 or 3 of these because they will want to use it on their hair, on their skin, on their varicose veins, and I'm talking, of course, about dogs and cats right now, right? Amazing testimonies from around the world, before and after. Amazing in that their results happen so quickly. That's what's quite remarkable. One niche that's out there is weight management. We're getting more and more testimonies of men and women telling us they don't know what's going on, but they're losing weight. And what's going on and why they're calling this a magic wand is because the Iteracare, the terahertz, and the quantum scalar, they have the ability to increase your metabolism, eliminate unwanted water retention, get rid of toxins and excess fats, and this is all sort of a byproduct of other things that you're working with, protocols and perhaps some discomfort you have in your body. Well, your body starts responding to this. It's like a missing link for some of these programs. And one thing I do have to talk about also is that it's very, very easy to use. So how easy to use is it? And I can see I need to replace this slide because with about a week or so ago, we introduced the new Iteracare 2.0. And the new model actually has these switches moved down here towards the base. It's different wiring, making it more flexible, more logical settings, and sturdier. And people are just loving it. I just got my 2.0 in a couple days ago, and I'm loving it. But I have all 3 models. I have the classics, I have pros, mediums, premiums, and this 2.0 is amazing. In terms of protocols and how you use it, there are many out there that are distributors that will say, hey, just point at your body wherever you're uncomfortable, and you want to empower your body to self-heal and so forth. And that's a basic protocol. But I'm bringing out really a series of 3 different areas of protocols. Your basic protocols, your intermediate, and your more advanced. Your basic protocols are true. Just point at your body, get that terahertz flowing into your body, and your body responds. This is a very basic protocol here where we recommend you drink 2 glasses of terahertz water, and in a few moments I'll talk to you about how that's done. Just blow it on your palms, because there's a lot of acupuncture points in your palms. Great comprehensive acupuncture points at the bottom of your feet, behind your knees, your groin area, your armpit, from lymphatic, helping lymphatic drainage, your lymph right under your ears and your neck, upper back, your head, your butt area, and then blowing it downwards your spine, and then drinking some more terahertz water. You're drinking your water for several reasons. One is you want to get this charged water into your body because it's restructured in a linear fashion, and your body will absorb it better than any other water you've ever drank before, because it's super hydrating. But it also is helping to flush out things that will be eliminated because of the terahertz and the higher vibrations. Things that you don't want in your body, you want to be able to flush them out. And so there are basic protocols like this, and then there are certain ways to use the wand, and this program right here might take you about 15 minutes. Uh, the company recommends no more than 2 hours per day. This is a good, simple protocol to use. And then beyond that, if you have some specific area in your body that's very uncomfortable, you may want to spend about 15, 20 minutes just on that one area. And I'll be using different types of protocols of how you can work with that, circular, in and out, sideways, whatever, just to kind of break it up. You want to avoid using Iteracare if you're pregnant or you're menstruating. If you have stent, you don't want to blow directly on these areas because you don't want to heat up any of these areas. Same things with metal implanted in your body or lenses in your eyes. And if you're using it on your eyes, you want to keep your eyes closed because it does put out a blue light so you know where you're pointing it. And the blue light could hurt your eyes. But if you keep your eyes closed, you might have some amazing results in terms of things, self-healing, whether they're floaters, cataracts, eyesight, and so forth. The terahertz water, being able to charge your water, your glass of water in less than a minute is worth the $350 of the device. There are terahertz machines that you can buy in the market that all they do is charge the terahertz in a jug of water. They charge the water and create terahertz water, structuring it in a linear fashion. And they cost $1,500. This device, you can charge water from above or from the side of a glass and in less than 30 seconds to a minute. Several of my associates have been doing testing recently and creating videos showing you actually 30 seconds or even sometimes less is all you need to charge up a glass or a jug of water. By and large, in the past, we've been saying do it for a minute, 3, 4, 5 minutes for a gallon or whatever. But the reality is it may be a lot less than that. We're putting out videos right now demonstrating that the Iteracare has an amazing ability to charge the water very, very quickly and restructure it in a linear fashion so that the cells can absorb it and make things that you're taking in nutritionally much more bioavailable. And the benefits of that, we have people that's all they do to start with. That's perhaps the most basic protocol is to just start drinking your charged water and then working yourself into using the Iteracare to see how your body responds to it. But just drinking the charged water can increase your alertness, fuel your brain, improve your immune system, reduce toxins in your body, hydrate your body ultra fast, reinforce healthy weight loss, improve your complexion, skin radiance, neutralize free radicals, increase cellular oxygenation. That's way worth $350 all by itself. And this is just a byproduct, a super byproduct. It's really one of its superpowers of the device. So the Iteracare is international. It's only been in the United States since about December of last year, and elsewhere in the world only for about 2 years now. And already we're in over 40 countries and expected to be over 100 within by the end of the year 2023. And these things are flying off the shelves. People are so enthusiastic about sharing it with their family, with their friends, or whatever, because it works for themselves. It's inexpensive, it's so easy to use, and the results are so quickly achieved. All over the world, people are just loving the Iteracare.
Iteracare. The best therapeutic device in Africa.
Okay. Iteracare, physiotherapy device that empowers the body to self-heal. I'm open to, we have a little bit of time here to answer any questions that some of you folks might have. And like I said, this is being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube here shortly. And we'll be doing this every Tuesday night. I ask anyone that's here to get back with the person that sent you here. You know, certainly if you don't have a sponsor, you contact me and I can get you signed up. But I really want people to be able to come here and get back with the person that sent you here, referred you, and they'll get you sponsored, they'll get you involved, and they'll answer your questions and help you. This is mainly a call for everyone. I've been asked by the leadership in Prive to present these every week so that everyone has a place to hear in general about the way the technologies work. Corey, do we have any questions here that we should address for tonight?
Currently, there are no questions on the board, but I do think it would be good to maybe go over recommended use. How often during the day?
Okay, so that's very subjective because everyone is different. You know, when earlier I mentioned that the company said you probably should not use this for more than 2 hours per day. I have yet to personally use it for 2 hours. Matter of fact, I have to remind myself to use my Iteracare, and my wife is very good at reminding me to use my Iteracare. I'm so busy all day long, 14, 15 hours a day on the phone, talking to people around the world. I forget to work with it on myself. And but it's very, very important to give your body the empowerment it needs to self-heal, to get things flowing. You know, a lot of people that call me up say, I'm pretty healthy, but you don't know always what's going on inside your body. And so proactively, it's great to be able to make sure everything's circulating and digesting and clarifying, you know, in things in your brain and your memory, your focus, your hearing, your eyesight, your weight. There's so many different things that these terahertz and quantum scalar waves empower. But I'm originally from New York, and so I like to do things quickly. And one of the quickest protocols you can do is to stimulate your vagus nerves, which are right behind your ears here. And you literally can stimulate your vagus nerves on both sides in about 5-10 minutes. And they're connected to all your organs in your body, and they actually increase serotonin. So you feel happier, you're more energized, and you're getting a lot of good flow to your organs, all the energy. That's a 5-10 minute New York protocol if you don't have a lot of time to do otherwise. But in general, it's really helpful to be able to at least spend 15 minutes or so doing the overall protocol, and then maybe spend another 15 minutes on some specific area that you want to work on. And that could be some discomfort in your body. Some people have a little brain fog going, they got a headache. They want to work on their perhaps weight loss. They have some discomfort in their knees. They want to improve their libido. There's so many different possibilities, and all these things can be done very quickly because these master universe frequencies that flow through the body, the light and the sound that flows through, has an amazing ability to tune up your body so quickly. And there have been comparisons of one hour session on the Iteracare being equivalent to dozens of massage therapy or acupuncture visits. You have to try it out for yourself. Start out with the water, charging your water, and then start slowly feeling how you feel, and take it from there. Some people, they jump right in. They want to spend 2-3 hours a day doing it. And if you can handle that, and you love the energy of that, and so forth, then that's what you should do. But we really highly recommend you start slow at first and realize that everyone's different. So what works for you may not work for me, but this does work for everyone. But you got to find out what that is for you and your pace. But I'm very, very grateful to have this opportunity to share this with you. I've been involved with this for about a year now. Had miraculous experiences for myself. My wife's a homeopathic doctor, and she's had miraculous experiences for herself and her patients. And I think I have probably almost 6,000 customers now from around the world. And it's quite delightful to have people contacting me every day and with gratitude because of some of the life-changing kind of experiences they're having. So thank you very much for attending. And I wish you the best for this year.